Hi, welcome to day number 7 of Art from the Heart. My name is Jenny Q, and I am so happy to see you, whether it's on replay, live, on YouTube, on my Facebook, wherever you happen to find this. And I am glad because I have so much information I want to share, and this fundraiser is very near and dear to my heart, hence the title, Art from the Heart. If this is your first time learning about Art from the Heart or visiting or seeing any of the videos, I'll give you a little recap and then we're going to jump right in. So Art from the Heart is basically, I've spoke with House of Friendship, and I am helping raise funds for their addiction services treatment program and shelter program for men. And I am doing that because it is a very dear topic to me and was inspired by a friend of mine who OD'd or had an overdose last month before Christmas. And it hit me on many levels, and so I decided I needed to do something. And what it motivated me to do was take something that my friend loved that I did, which is my art, and use that talent and skill to help other people by creating an art sale. And a portion of everything that gets sold will be going to House of Friendship for their programs. And how I'm doing this is for 12 days, I'm coming on here and I'm sharing a story from House of Friendship of one of their clients and or staff. And, excuse me, and then I'm sharing one of the prints that will be up for sale so that you get a little bit of why and a little bit of what's available. And today is going to be a little bit different because of the focus. I do focus on their shelter program because that is what is near and dear to my heart. But House of Friendship is so much more. And so I think today what I'm going to do is I am going to start with the story, and then I'm going to show the print, and then I'm going to do a little something at the end for you guys. So please stick around. I do need to take my my glasses off in order to read. So I'm going to grab the story first, and then we'll move into everything else. I like to try to keep these short, so under 15-20 minutes, so that you guys can go and do whatever it is you need to do. Okay, so off they come. It's just the way it is. So today's story revolves around a man named Matthew, and here is Matthew. Now I have permission to use these stories. They're from the House of Friendship website. You can go and find these stories online and read them yourself. So I'm just going to read, and then I'm going to share, and then we'll get out of here. Not that that's the priority, but just so you have an idea what's going on. Okay, so this story, sorry guys, some days I'm a little more frazzled, and today is one of those days, but I'm here. I will be here every day until the end of this fundraiser to share this with you because it's that important. So this one's called Matthew Never Thought He Would Be Homeless. That's the name of it. But that is exactly what happened to him. Matthew, now 27, had his life planned out. He was working at a good job, going to school, and pursuing a career in policing. When he found out that he was going to be a father, everything changed. Matthew moved to Kitchener to be a part of his daughter's life. That meant quitting school and leaving behind his job. It also meant incurring debt, finding money for his first and last month's rent, moving expenses, and for preparing for a life with a newborn. Unfortunately, Matthew could only find a temporary low-paying job, and he found it increasingly difficult to balance work, being a new father, and make ends meet. When his relationship with his girlfriend ended, he had no money and nowhere to go. I ended up on the streets for a little bit and sleeping in my car, said Matthew. He felt a lot of shame and didn't want to let anyone know about his situation. It was hard to ask for help. Eventually, though, it became too cold to stay in his car. Something had to change. When Matthew gathered his courage to approach the Charles Street Men's Shelter, he found the support he so desperately needed. He met with Sean, a worker at the shelter. He listened to my story, and that made a difference, said Matthew. He was very understanding. And Matthew's time at the Charles Street Men's Shelter wasn't long, but it had a lasting impact. I know now that it can happen to anybody, said Matthew. And that's his story. And the reason I picked his story today is for a couple of reasons. One, a lot of the stories I've been sharing have all been focused and highlighting the benefit of shelter care, and partly because shelter care sort of came into effect and got fast-tracked because of COVID and the pandemic, and how Waterloo Region really wants to help everyone who's struggling with the pandemic and struggling with our new world circumstance. And so and also because my friend, he was homeless at the beginning of the pandemic. He had a drug addiction, and so it really it strikes a chord with me in my heart of why I really want to help and educate people on the shelter care program. And so it's a very big focus on all the videos up to today. But I Sundays are a day to kind of slow down and pause and go, hey, what about other things? And when I read Matthew's story, I was like, that's perfect for today, because House of Friendship isn't just about supporting people who have drug addictions. It's about supporting the community, and supporting the community in 4 key areas. And as the world has changed a lot in the last year and a bit, a lot of us, a lot of you, a lot of my neighbors, a lot of my friends, we find ourselves in situations we never thought we'd be in, like Matthew. He didn't think he'd ever be homeless, but he was, and it does happen, and it can happen, and it's scary if it does become your reality, especially if you have nowhere to go, if you have no family to turn to, if you have pride and you don't want to ask and you don't want people to know your situation because of shame. There's a lot of different things that play, and so that's why I'm just taking this moment right now to share with you that a House of Friendship is truly a house of friendship. And in every story I've read, it talks about how the staff don't judge, they just help, and they direct, and they do what's within their capabilities of doing. And so I wanted to show you, I'm going to read first and then I'll show you. So I've put this link in today's links. It's under House of Friendship. I put some hearts next to it so you know which one it is. And it has this, this information, this wheel. And what's in this wheel, it says, you don't have to face it alone. We're here to help. They really are. Serving Waterloo Region, House of Friendship supports individuals and families who are in need of food, housing, community resources, or addiction treatment. House of Friendship offers services in these 4 key areas. And the little write-up on the bottom just tells you in like 3 words what each one is about. So to find support you are seeking, you can find it in addiction treatment. You guys have heard a lot about that. Food, so that's emergency food hampers for individuals and families. So if you're finding yourself tight and you can't get to the grocery store because you don't have the money, because whatever has happened, they can help. Housing, shelter for men, and supportive housing for adults. I don't know the ins and the outs and the details, but you can always go on their website and reach out to them, or you can contact them, and that's amazing. And then also neighborhoods, so resources for adults, children, and families living in low income. So if that's a situation you're in, a new situation you're in, one that's becoming way too challenging, reach out to these guys. Now, if you're fortunate enough and lucky enough that you seem to be navigating and doing really well, that's great. That's why I did this fundraiser, because I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. I am working. I'm able to sell my art. I'm able to work at my job, and I have an amazing support network. But COVID does hit me, especially when I hear about a friend who dies from an OD after he healed from COVID. My friend got COVID, went into isolation, got a clean bill of health, and then had an overdose. But I was okay, so I'm like, what can I do? So I did the art sale. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm okay. So, if you're someone and you're not okay, and this is too much work, this is too much effort, you can start the process by reaching out to a platform called Here 24/7. And it's as easy as that. Just Google that, Here 24/7. The numbers 24/7, like 7-Eleven, but 24/7. And if that's even a lot for you to do, I'm going to give you the number right now. Go grab a pen, a pencil, a crayon, whatever works. And here's the number: 1-844 437-3247. Here 24/7, number 1-844-437-3247. Okay. Like I said, I like to keep my videos short, so we're gonna keep trucking along here, and I'm gonna now show and share my print. I'm so very excited, and I always try to match my prints with the stories that are chosen and the content I do for each video. Each video basically has the same content, similar content, but I try and have a different focus every day, and that way I hope to resonate with as many people as possible. You can, yeah, so let's do the poster, and then I'll do my little ramble, and then we'll say good night, and then I will see everyone again tomorrow, because today's only day 7 of 12. Okay, so today's poster is this one right here. It's one of my art pieces, and I'm gonna just scan it slowly. This one is called Hide and Seek. Hide and Seek. Now it is an art piece, so here we go. Can you see that? All of my posters are 12 by 18, or in this case 18 by 12, and this one is actually, it's ink. This one's ink on glass, like D&J Universe, and it's called Hide and Seek, not because of my friend. I actually named it before I heard about him, but it's called Hide and Seek because I didn't like this piece. Actually, I was not happy with it. But when I started sharing it and showing it around, this piece got a lot of positive responses, and people really liked it. And so it caused me to take a look again and look inside and see what maybe other people were seeing. And so, like a game of hide and seek, you don't know what you're going to find when you look around every corner. And I feel like that's kind of like Matthew's story. He had a plan. He ended up having a daughter. Wasn't a plan, and then he had to hide again, and then he sought help, and then, you know, hide and seek, like you run, you fix, you do, you try. And sometimes hide and seek is a positive thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and I think a lot of us are doing that right now. We're trying to figure out where to go, what to do, how to help, how to ask for help. It's all about seeking and knowing when to rest. It should be rest and seek, but hide and seek. So, and I guess also because this kind of looks like, to me it looks like seaweed hanging down, and I thought about little fishes in there and them playing around and going back and forth and that kind of thing. So anyway, so there are 10 of these that are available for purchase, and that is one of the ways that you can help with this fundraiser. So of course the first and most obvious way is you can buy a poster, and a portion of those proceeds will be going to House of Friendship for their addiction services program. This fundraiser is specifically for that, but you can absolutely contact House of Friendship if you want to donate for a different program. Or you can contact me and I'll help you figure that out. I also have a platform where if you don't want to buy a poster, which is totally fine, you can, it's on Canada Helps, and it is a link that will take you on how to do a direct donation from wherever you are, and it goes directly to House of Friendship for the purpose of this fundraiser. So I'm stuttering a lot today, guys. I apologize. I'm just very passionate about today. Today's really kind of hit me. What else can you do? You can share my posts. I love it if people share my posts. If you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, like it, put a comment in the comments. Let me know that you've seen it. Let me know what you think, if it's stirred up any ideas or connections or whatnot. So yes, you can, all sorts of things. You can buy a poster, you can make a donation, you can share my media, and if all you do is watch and spend time and invest time in what I've created to share with you to raise awareness, then that's fantastic, and I really appreciate that. Now, I'm going to finish today, and then I'll be back tomorrow for day number 8, and I always end each video, and if you've watched several of them, you know what I'm about to say. But if you haven't, let me tell you this. Whether you're in a state of hiding or seeking, there's something all of us, me, you, your children, your neighbors, your boss, your coworkers, there's something we all can do. 3 magical things. And when we do this, we make someone's life better. And often they'll return it back to us and it makes our life better. And so in general, we just make the whole environment just better. 3 magical things. Okay, first thing you can do, share your smile. Second thing, share your love in whatever way works. Is it a hug? Is it a phone call? Is it a text message? Is it a silly GIF? Is it a coffee at the doorstep? Is it just a thank you? Okay, so smile, love, and share your laughter. So whether it's sharing a joke or just watching a show together and raising spirits, all 3 are very wonderfully contagious. Smile, love, laughter. And that's it. We're all magical and we all have the ability to do that. And I hope that I've shared some with you today. I'm terrible at saying goodbye, guys. I really enjoy doing this. I really, by the time I hit the end of the video, I'm in my groove. But I don't want to make it too terribly long, and I feel like today we are a little long. We're at about 16, 17 minutes, something like that. Truly, truly grateful for your attention. Blessed to be able to do this, and happy to be able to help. Until tomorrow, guys, have a great night. Mwah. Bye for now.